Good afternoon everybody, welcome back to Mike's Kitchen, and yes, Mike is back in the kitchen, so great. I'm trying something I've never done before, and I'm going to try making some pastry in the food processor. I'm doing that because of the arthritis in the thumbs. It's a little bit difficult for me to mix that butter and flour together now. So I've seen a couple of people do it, Jamie Oliver, I can't remember who it was now, so it was a French guy, I can't remember his name now. But basically I'm going to keep it very simple, and so 1 egg yolk, a couple of grams of salt, how much water do you have here? 50 millilitres of water, and it's kind of, whatever you start off with flour, you do half as much butter, but this is 250 grams of butter and 125 grams of unsalted margarine, unsalted butter, or you could use margarine, you can use lard. What else can you use? Vegetable shortening, anything like that. So if you find yourself doing this type of thing, it looks easy in the food processor, but I'm not sure what the texture is going to be like. I prefer to rub it through, you get a nicer texture that way. But I'm just going to start by throwing some of my salt in here and the egg yolk. Now this is the same short crust pastry that you would have if you were going to do a sweet pie. The only exception to that one is you would add yourself 10 or 12 grams of caster sugar, or regular sugar for that matter, as long as you dissolve it in your liquid first. So that's that one done. We'll put that out the way for now. Let's bring in our food processor. So I'm going to throw my flour in. We'll try and get it all in there. I'm just going to move that a little bit just so I get a nice coating, and we'll drop our butter in, try and break it up a little bit first, scatter that around. I'm hoping this works because it'll save my fingers a lot of pain. And now they do say that you're supposed to have a different plastic blade for your mixer, but I don't have that. But I'm just going to pulse it now till it comes to like breadcrumb. Have a quick check of that. A little bit further. It is starting to break down. And get some of that. What I'm going to do is get my little spatula in there if I can find it. Just make sure, because there is some big lumps of butter still in there, so we want to make sure this is getting broken down. And try not to have your butter too cold. I don't believe all this stuff about having it really cold. I was watching a guy, Rick, Backyard Chef, and he does an excellent video on making pastry. I've just never seen him do one for this. So there we go, we've got nice breadcrumb type consistency. So that bit's working out so far. So now what we need to be doing, I wish I had a jug to be honest. I used my jug for something else. Actually, I'll pour this egg and water mixture back in my little plastic bowl, and then I can make a little fountain. So just turn on your proper we'll just turn it off a little bit, just make sure it's all off the sides. It looks like it's coming together, so I don't know, we'll see. Let's just keep on going, see what happens. that actually looks pretty good. Right, I'll take my blade out of there. Yeah, let's get rid of that for a moment. Right, let's get ourselves a little bit of flour on here. And I'm keeping this going as full time. I don't want to stop and start. I want people to see how it actually works, just so they know I'm not talking bullcrap. So it is a little bit out there, get everything out. You can scrape off this bottom if you wish. I don't want to waste anything. But I'm just going to bring it together with my hands. It actually seems like pretty good. That actually seems to work. So make sure we pick all our little bits up. That little bit of extra flour. And just kind of fold it a couple of times, but not really. We're not kneading it, we're not making bread. That seems okay for my mind. Nice and soft. Now I reckon you can probably go ahead and use that right now. But what I'm going to do, I'm not cooking until another couple of hours yet. So I'm going to stick that. I mean, if we pull that apart, let's have a look. Like Rick was doing this to show, it is a very flaky, crumbly pastry there. So thank you for that tip there, Rick. At Backyard Chef. That guy knows what he's talking about. I'm only a self-taught chef. Rick is the real deal. So I'm just going to wrap this in a bit of saran wrap. When I was taught by my mum how to cook and my grandmother, so put that in there. Another little tip from Rick was just flatten it out while it's in the saran wrap, and it's easier to roll later on. Now I'm just going to stick that in the fridge for a couple of hours until I'm ready for it. Now I'll just have to clean up. Right guys, I've just made a second batch, and I followed a tip from Rick from Backyard Kitchen there, and he said put like a tablespoon or so of apple cider vinegar in there, which I've gone and done, and to be honest, wow, I can't smell no vinegar, but it has made a much better, smoother dough that way. So thank you, Rick. I'm going to do that one from now on. Big thumbs up, Rick. Much appreciated, buddy. Thanks a lot, guys. Please remember, any questions, ask. Any advice, please do tell. Give me any advice you can give. I say I'm still learning. A big thumbs up to everybody. I like to share what I'm doing. Yep, that's pretty much it. Just please like, share, subscribe. And if it's your first time around here, definitely subscribe and let me know who you are, what you like to do. And I will try and make food that you like. Love you all, guys. Mike out for now.